Okay, let's be real. I've been living for a long time, and every day how LCs want me to believe that, being alive at this age is a blessing. I really need to get down to the nitty gritty of what happened to me, before I was famous, before, literally everything was concrete when I was still dodging crime. And you have to know that. You have to specifically know that, because what that was me analyzing a situation one way and letting something big, loose in another way. Because the reason why I never really gave it up 100% was because they didn't validate the children. And how I got the children was in immature fashion, like Mamacita, literally, I got her from being on the dance floor Grip 2, literally, when I, dressed up as Todoroki. And it was severely stupid. Like at Alpha Omega, I had to make a hill in order to get information, or else they were just gonna do composure, literally. And it's really retarded. You know what that means? Literally, why do all this work with Yumi Neji, literally, and I'm still in the fucking street where Yumi Neji is above her fucking word and shit? That means you're gonna literally do what the police do, literally just hold me to being a nigger. That's it. Now, this video is very pure. I mean, it's very pure for the time of days. This is back when I was talking in Nextaku. This is back when I was talking different Neverworld in my head, but it was also in reality. Do you know why? Because literally, they do the arrows full of shit. The arrow had a very bad reputation, literally, when I was doing the thing on Disney where I was making the Net the Pharaoh A and Bs for Yu-Gi Moto. Literally, what happened was we had a whole anime called My Hero Academia who nobody wanted to be characters because the main character looked like Riz, and that was a big, theme, literally, in the first part of the time skip. Literally, I had something named Percy, literally the arrow, stalking dude, this and that, knowing they can't call it imaginary, at least not up front, literally this and that, knowing that Percy is eloquent and that it goes with, Eris Moody and the whole story. It really pisses me off because that was the exact angle, that's why they're the exact same contradiction. But hey, literally, I told you, literally, after all those girls that got the conviction, what happened the first time we wanted to battle Cool Loose, where you picked Todoroki, after all those fucking asses, literally, you get bucket of water, literally, when you were trying to adapt to his shit. And the funny story about that is he was high when he made it, and I was trying to change, literally, I was trying to match the little credibility. I'm like, my presence is the mic, and they couldn't do it, And that's the whole thing about having an imaginary friend, literally, and having a plan, in battling, because it's really crazy. And you know what you can play off of? You can play off the fact that, Joey never did the Zamasu battle, and that they took the bars in the library. That was, a big arc for a long time, because what ended happening is I ended up defeating the Uri Booty dude with Todoroki in 2019. And they just couldn't call it drunk in the past. That series, me versus the Uri Booty dude, happened for so long. At 29, I was so strong, I can give you one with India. I mean, shit, literally, before 30, I did too much shit, and that was the running gag of Funimation where I burned out everything. Why did it go back to me in Ghetto? Why did it go back to you dodging crime? Why did it go back to you, literally, recognizing that anime was a delicacy after almost getting your fingers cut off by Dama? What happened, man? And the truth is, NASA don't give a fuck because they have no soul. And it's true, and it's very true. I'm not gonna, go too much into detail on how that started, but literally, what ended up happening, ultimately, do you want me to spill the real beans, or do you want me, going, crazy? Because if you go to the Funimation building right now, literally, they're all fucking there in the building, and you know what I'm talking about. Let's just say fuck Nessa for this video, literally, fuck literally what I'm about to say, because it was all about the shipping between Kabuto and Karen, literally, how they're both doctors, literally, how I was reading Kishimoto's manga, literally, even though I wasn't actually reading it, how I was keeping up to date, literally, there was a series, literally, with Kaguya, in my head, that Kaguya is better than my actual mom, and here she is, pimping me every fucking day. You don't understand that shit. You don't understand that, literally, I was such a grown man, and that I came to these resolves, and that before, my late 20s was over, at 26, I was a perfect guy in Sasuke. And how did I get Bree? Through another fucking convention and shit. This is really, crazy. This is really fucking crazy because it went for me fucking a girl every single day, literally getting HIV literally tested, literally, to me, literally, going back to the days, literally, where they saying that Jashinya is up in the air when it's actually fucking real. It's real no matter which way you break it. It's a black fucking Latina. And you need to understand something critically. Back in the days where I was Katakuri, I got so much respect by everybody in the anime community by pulling Neferpito, by pulling this girl, by pulling that girl, and cosplaying literally, but also being me. So it was the Thizzler shit with the Pharaoh before cosplaying. Literally, and when I'm at a standard where I became a victim of, DV, literally became way fucking worse, because what I know and what they think I didn't know is that the original domestic violence of my family is intertwined with it, but literally on the outside, literally I destroyed them, permanently, but, on the inside, it's still a lesson because they taught me literally how to stay in school, how to do this and that. Now, all of a sudden, literally, they don't like literally how college is only $10 more than the actual fucking wage. Literally, if I'm an autistic kid, that's pimping, and that I have bitches like Adrian's mom and my mom had to join a gang and shit. I'm like, get out of here. So how did the real Katukurai start? The real Katukurai, started literally with me getting praise from people online, like from every world. After I did this shit at Fanmade, while I started working at Home Depot, Morgan, this is a very important video. You have to watch this part because what ended up happening was the Wano arc, the Wano Kuni arc in One Piece happened when I started working at Home Depot. And cops started pulling me over. I'm like, you see this puppy fucking Latina with precious fucking lips? Ain't no way I'm turning myself in until I get a letter from the doctor. And then they had me get head from her for 2 fucking years to confirm it, and then they fucking split the award from NASA. This is how crazy this shit was, because what ended up happening is I recognized holding on to a fucking delicacy, literally wasn't my worst problem, but became my worst problem all the time, because look what they're doing now, calling out that I didn't go to school, calling out this is that, calling out society by itself. What happens when you play up society by itself, like Omar, literally, that application isn't gonna fill itself, versus literally a lesbian cop putting emphasis on what you're doing. And how this all spread out was literally Chris was my mortal enemy at one time. Literally, it's whatever now, but literally what he would do, literally, is that literally at times literally he would rise up. I'm gonna talk about Chris and Country's fight in another video. Literally how their fight defined the artifact of stupid. Literally how Omar ended the artifact of stupid. So here's the deal. Literally, Chris knew literally that I had, a mental condition, deep down, even though he knows I get respect from rappers. And him going to actual college for rap became a contradiction. You know why? Because the passion and everything of where it's going. He may have professional equipment, literally, but he doesn't, have professional drive and skill. Meaning that he knew that when I was being a hood nigger, I had the advantage because I was being a stereotypical black. So what he did is he would align with the complexity, but then he would sneak in, a nigger, retard and mental condition out of nowhere. And at times he would go all out to get me 5150, like when I was done dealing with complexity, like with Julia, people set me up at my job at John's Incredible Pizza. Dude, right to the right moment where I'm straight, he's like, try not to get too irritated. And it was fucking crazy. And then from time to time again, he tried grabbing my dick. One time at a convention, literally, and he aimed his knuckle, literally, straight for my fucking balls, literally, and I had to do a lot. That's how I'm grown up. Literally, I had to, contemplate, homosexuality with my brother because of, literally, how he would time shit versus not letting my woman be there versus not letting me, spank my woman that fucking real. The relationship, it was really, really hard in my 20s, even though it was better than high school. Literally, what I gave up for what was unbearable was uncontrollable, and when I took control of the situation, I got God. Then that translated to a whole bunch of, shit happening. Literally, he grabbed my dick, literally. At Crunchyroll, he grabbed my dick after he was rising. And I looked at the reward, I'm like, oh, my Planet D40 and everything is so good so far. So what happened was, literally, I'm like, okay, it's this one time, literally, after I get done watching this episode, it's gonna be a reward. And what ended up happening after, all those years of me taking that shit but gaining the big reward in the end, literally, something big is promised to me to a point where that'll never happen again. Literally, everything is fucking casual. Since I don't have to be casual, I got all these characters about to upload, I'm about to put my music on the radio, literally, they still fucking made it homeless. And there was days where I was dodging crime where I just got done, literally, telling the police to tell the full story on top of literally fighting a gang, on top of working with a gang, literally, just to watch a little pill One Piece. And that was the old me, that was the old me, at Katukurai. That ended up, me facing Damo, literally, and me being on the defense with Damo, but guess what, literally, I realized I'm not on the defense because I'm a black man. It's the only reason why I got truly, a victim and truly got shit on paper was because of multiple defense on there, work with Karma and all those bitches, literally, too much information piled up. But at the end, they still called her a nigger, so I'm like, Lily, the only reason, Lily, why I slightly escaped that situation with Uncle Tommy is because I called and he called at the same time on top of people. Other than that, it's by myself a nigger all the way.